live, like Memorex. So how many more sessions do we have before it's that second Tuesday?
Well, we just had it, so I think we've got 3.
3 more?
Well, no, 3
Or 2
including
more.
tonight. Well, there should be
So 2 more. Well, that's going to be good.
Yeah, because it's on a Tuesday, and we'll be doing Tuesday night sessions, right?
Do you think Alan maybe just has the idea or the attitude in his head that he can just kind of jump in there and
Could be.
just do his thing?
I think he's played enough that he could. I mean, it's not like it's a complex.
But I want to hear it because I don't want it to kind of like startle me while I'm up there.
Right.
You know? I want to know what.
Yeah.
I want my brain to kind of already be in tune to what to expect.
Yeah. He may not need the practice, but you need to practice
I need
with
it. I need it.
Yeah.
And Z probably does too. Who knows? Maybe he might startle him or whatever too.
Yeah.
Because anything that occurs that I'm not expecting, it can kind of throw me off a little bit.
Right.
I'm used to shenanigans happening in the audience. I can kind of just tune those out and do my thing. But if something happens, you know, like that, where it's like, oh shoot,
Yeah.
it can kind of throw me off. And you know, that idea that it starts out, you know, kind of mellow and then crescendos and then mellows again. He's gonna have to do that with the drums too. We got to
Yeah,
make
it's got
sure.
to be real light at first.
Yeah, and if he's like pounding it at the beginning, I'm gonna be like, oh shoot.
I don't think he will.
Yeah,
I think he's got enough experience to know
He'll just
adjust for that.
do his thing. Well, I hope he shows up for the next one. I know he's got the wife and kids, so maybe he could
Right.
come.
So I'd suggest on the next one, you know, text
And I want to
him
move
and-
around. I want to take the mic off the
Yeah.
stand.
But I text him and, you know, let him know, and then, you know, get a response of some sort.
Yeah.
That,
Yay-
okay, I'll
yay or
be
nay.
there, or nah, I'm not interested, I got another gig, whatever, you know, the deal might be.
So we're discussing, for those of you on the internet, we're trying to prep for a performance at the Barrel House in Visalia. We're going to do that Davy Jones song, Girl. And so Z and I and Dana, we're practicing tonight. So we're just talking about getting Alan, the drummer, involved so that we're in sync, ready to go. Yeah. It was fun though. I enjoyed it. Listening to Z and watching him hit those keys, man, because he just tears it up.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I don't think there's much more to say on that, other than I need to find out what happened to Alan, whether he wants to, and if he doesn't want to, that's fine. I just need to know one way or the other.
Right.
Yeah. Because if we only have 2 more left, that's only 2 more opportunities to practice with him.
Right. You need at least one, preferably 2.
Yeah. At least 1, preferably 2. I agree, 100%. Okay. I was thinking when we go home, since we're on this side of town, I'd like to hit Best Buy. I need, even though I bought that, what do they call it? Rock Z, I think it was called, that little portable battery.
Right.
What I didn't get, that I needed to get, is another cable that goes from the outlet.
You have the 7, iPhone 7?
I have the 7.
Does it have a aux port and a charging port, the lightning port?
On the back of my phone, you mean? Or,
Well, it plugs in the bottom, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Does
plugs in the
Does it have both?
I don't know. Can you see underneath there?
Oh,
I know it's got 3 ports, and there's 2.
Yeah, it looks like it does. The 8, it's got 1 port for the lightning. So if you want to, say, plug in to listen to music, you know, to your, if you're going to plug in with an aux cord to your car radio, or like I've got powered speakers in my garage, and you want to charge at the same
Double
time.
check that these are the right pieces. This is yours? And then
That's
hopefully
right.
this one?
Yes.
Awesome. Do you guys need anything else?
That's it. Thank you very much.
Thank you. So anyway, so they make a splitter that plugs into the lightning port, and it has another lightning port, and you can get them with either 2 more lightning ports, or you can get them with a lightning port and an aux port. So I need to get one of those. I'm gonna look for one when we go over
Yeah,
there.
well, when we go there, because right now, even though I have that new battery pack that's portable, which is great.
Right.
You know, if you're someplace where there's no outlet, that's kind of why I got it.
Yeah.
Right now, I only have 1 cord, and so that's why. Remember, I told you it's right there, and you said no, it's not.
Yeah.
So I want at least 2, so I can have 1 in the house and 1 in the studio, because I'm constantly, I need my cord. Oh, it's in the studio. Or I'm in the studio. I need my cord. Oh, it's in the house. So I don't have to run around and get it.
I've got 1 in my bedroom. I've got 1 in the Jeep that'll only charge. I've got 1 at work at my desk, and I've got 1 in my computer bag.
like this pizza because
Whatever you want.
it's whatever you want. We're at Pyology in Visalia on Mooney. I'm eating thin crust with the red sauce. And I've got artichokes, black olive, mushrooms, and sun-dried tomatoes. And then the meat is pepperoni. And Don Guiche's got some weird thing with jalapenos. What do you got there, Don Guiche? Jalapenos?
We've got red sauce, jalapenos, mushrooms, black olive, salami,
And then you went
pepperoni.
Gorgon, what is that? The
Oh
cheese?
yeah, I did some mozzarella and a little bit of gorgonzola.
Gorgonzola. I don't know if I'll have enough time to get another thing up on the internet. But remember we were talking yesterday about how I found that Instagram stories thing and I
Yeah.
added those on there, and I was telling you that they'll drop off, after 24 hours, and they did. I looked. And so rather than putting a whole bunch of them on there, like I think, what did we say? They would let
You
me
could
put
do 6, yeah.
Instead of doing all 6, I think I'm just going to do 1, and then tomorrow do another 1, and then another 1 after that, so that there's always 1 on there. There's only 1 dropping off at a time.
Right. Yeah.
Because since I did all 6 at once, all 6 went away.
Right. And that's probably a good idea since you can do them every day. So
Mm-hmm.
here's your opportunity to provide value.
Yes.
Tell your viewers about the stories.
Yeah. So we're on Instagram. There's a feature on Instagram called Stories, and if you click on that, what we're going to do, the way we're going to set it up is, click on my Stories thing. One of my singles will come up, and when the single comes up, you have the option to click on it, and it'll take you to Spotify, and then you can hear it. So I just discovered this recently, so kind of talking about how that works. But yeah, I think if I do 1 a day, then there's always going to be something on there instead of all of them dropping off simultaneously.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
And I did it this morning, just before I went to school. I put just 1 on there, and it's so fast. Go to Spotify, hit share, click on share to Instagram, and you're done. That was it.
Right.
So that's going to be a nice little feature. This is supposed to be green tea with mandarin or something. Okay. Let's see what else is going on in the pipeline. Try not to get myself too stressed out. But again, in my mind, the main thing is just, I gotta call. Don't let me forget, because I haven't done it yet. I gotta text Sammy to make sure he's free to come do photography and video. Sammy Gonzalez is our video guy and our photographer, and I need to make sure that he's available on that second Tuesday to come film at the Barrel House. It's an important one, and even though it's only 1 song that's less than 3 minutes, since it's our first time that I'm performing with a musician behind me, it's kind of significant for me, so I want to make sure I get some good video and some good film pics.
And Sammy's crew, for whatever reason, is called Team Row.
That's how you know it's meant to be.
That's right.
And why it's Team Row is weird, because his name is, and not only is his business called Team Row, which has nothing to do with me, it's just a coincidence. When he wears his t-shirts and says Team Row on it, it looks like I hired him or something, which, well, I mean,
Like
I
he's your
have.
personal-
Like he's my personal guy. And then the other thing that's weird about it is his last name is Gonzalez, and so is mine, and we're not related. He spells it with an S, I spell it with a Z. So it was meant to be. That's weird. I remember that first time I saw him and it said that on his shirt. I was like,
You're trying hard to get this job.
what the heck's going on?
What was his reaction when you told him that was your name?
He had a puzzled look. It's kind of like, really? I was like, yeah, look here. think his business has been taken off pretty well too, because little things of his pop up on my phone and on my computer.
You're like following him on.
Yeah, so
Whatever.
I think things are going.
Well, he and Jake, they make like movies too, don't they? Of some
I
sort.
think so.
I remember he was talking about it. He said, "Really, we do this,
It's like
what he does
media.
for you,
Yeah.
so that we can make movies, because that's what we really like doing."
Okay, so we gotta make sure we text him tonight as soon as we get home. Make sure he's okay with that. And then I'm a little bit worried. Z said that he might not be able to do it or something. Did you hear him when he was saying that when we were walking in? Something might come up.
Yeah, the new check.
So he said he'd let me know as soon as he can. And if that happens, that's fine. We can postpone it. I'm not going to put any pressure on me or anybody else. I want the fun to go away.
Yeah.
We've already got some views on that one that I posted up when we were doing the unboxing. I noticed this morning. Not a lot, but... And then they, we've been running a Facebook, Instagram ad on this the girl song.
Right.
That song alone is over 1,000 views already, all by itself.
Wow. That's cool. We're only not even halfway through the month yet, are we? Oh,
Well,
today's
and-
15th.
And keep in mind too, it looks like kind of a pattern. When we ran the Cassidy song for a month worldwide, it got over 2,000. And this one looks like it's on par to do similar. We're about halfway through it, and we're over 1,000 already. It's 1.2, I think it is right now, 1.2K. We're already reaching almost 7,000 on total views because of it. So we're doing good. Getting a lot of attention. How was yours? Good? It's good, huh?
Oh, yeah.
I like it.
It's just what I wanted.
Remember I told you I changed my cell phone service so that I already had unlimited cell phone, but I didn't have unlimited in the studio.
Right.
And they changed it. It seems like it's still slow in the studio, and I'm wondering, my plan is set up so that it kind of restarts on the 20th of every month. I wonder if it's going to stay like that until the 20th, and then it kind of kicks in.
Could be.
What date are we today? The 18th? Is that what you said?
15.
15th.
That could be.
Does that sound logical?
Yeah, could be.
I assumed that as soon as I changed it, that it would just change, but that's not what's happening.
So, like with cell phones, you pay ahead of the month, right?
Do we?
You do. You don't. Yeah, I think so. I don't think you pay at the end of the month. I think you pay at the start of your plan month. So you've already paid through the 20th then. So even if you paid them now, updated is probably going to start when your plan.
Maybe that's
The
why.
new month, yeah.
Because that night I did that work to upload it and download it. I was like, what the heck, man? There was no difference. And just, when I would just click on YouTube just to make the generic YouTube pop up, it was like waiting and waiting. And usually it's not like that.
Yeah, that's probably the deal.
So I shouldn't go right into Verizon and give them a hard time just yet. Wait till the 20th and see what happens. We're just fine. Yeah, so we're filming simultaneously, for those of you watching. We've got two cameras going. Danon's camera is running the horizontals. My camera is running the verticals. And we have to do that because the different social media platforms take different types of formatting on the video. IGTV has to have vertical. YouTube has to have horizontal. So we've got two tripods, one that's tall, one that's short, getting our video on. And we're getting pretty good at it. Our setup time's faster. We know what we're doing more. Pretty soon they'll be all hat. You're gonna eat that whole pizza?
Of course. I'm a grown boy. Just outward.
Like Eli, my cousin. I'm the fastest growing thing in Kern County. That's what he says. He's hilarious. He's been watching some of our stuff. Every once in a while, his thing will come up. It's like, oh, he's spying on us a little bit. He looked at when we did the Instagram story thing, that new thing. He went and looked at it because I saw his little icon. Wow, you guys spying on us, which is good.
Yep.
Oh wait, if it's a 24-hour thing on that Instagram stories thing, if I did it this morning, that one's not going to go away until tomorrow morning.
Right.
So there's only ever going to be just one item on there. There's not going to be multiple, because when I put the next one on, that
Well,
other
unless you load multiple.
unless I load multiple, yes.
Yeah.
In my mind, I was picturing having multiple on there, and that kind of in my mind, I was picturing them kind of lined up, and that one would drop off, and then I would put another one up, and there'd still be, you know, that's what I was kind of picturing in my mind. Is there a way to do that?
Well, yeah. So
That-
say you put it on at 7 o'clock this morning.
Right, that's when I did it.
Tomorrow you load one at 6 o'clock in the morning. You'll have an hour overlap.
Yeah, just an hour though. I was hoping that the overlap would be longer.
Well, the other thing you could do is you loaded one
One in the
this
morning, one in the evening.
Load one tonight. Load another one tomorrow morning. You'll have a half day overlap.
I think that's a better way to do it. I want to get on a system, and I would like it to be, or is that maybe a bad strategy? Is it better to just have one that everybody's clicking to go listen to on Spotify? I bet you Gary Vee would say no. He would probably say as much as more is better.
Yeah.
But if they don't like that song, they might like the next one.
Yeah. I don't think there is a bad strategy.
Yeah. Okay, so maybe that's going to be my strategy. Is I'll load one in the morning and then one before I go to bed, so that there's always going to be a half a day overlap. That'll be good. Because I cannot believe how easy it is. You know,
Yeah.
it's like 2 clicks. This is so easy. I only ate half my pizza. I eat like a 13-year-old girl or a little old man. I always make 2 meals out of everything I eat, so I got half a pizza here.
Well, more than half.
More than half? I didn't even get yet. Well, kind of. A little more than half. Look, see? That's it. Yeah, okay, that's a good strategy there. One in the morning and one in the evening. That'll work. You know, Facebook has a stories thing as well. And I need to investigate that more as well. What does that mean, and what's the formatting for uploading, and because I went to Spotify. Remember I told you that, you know, when you go to that Spotify thing, I learned how to hit that share button, and that's how I found out how to go to Instagram stories. Well, in addition to the Instagram stories, there was one that said Facebook too. So I tried it to see what it did, but it didn't post it to my Road Tears and Smiles. It posted it to my personal one.
Huh.
Yeah, and so I looked at it, I said, well, is there a way to kind of change that? And there probably is, but I haven't figured it out yet.
Yeah.
And so I was kind of bummed out. I thought, well, okay, this is going to be just like with the Instagram one, but it wasn't. It went to my personal. So I used it as an opportunity, and I said, okay, well, if that's the case, if it's going to go to my personal, then instead of sending a single over there to my personal one, since I have the whole album in Spotify,
Yeah.
I sent the whole album over to
Wow.
it, and then I made a little note, hey, this is my debut album, and I actually got people who looked at it, you know, which was good. I was hoping it'd be a similar thing where I could say to myself, okay, it's the morning, I'll send one to Instagram, one of the singles to Instagram, and send one of the singles to Facebook. And then when the evening comes, one to Instagram, one to Facebook, and that the process would be identical. That way it's a no-brainer. I
Yeah.
don't think about it that much, but it's sending it to my personal one. Because on the personal one, I set it up so people can't really post to that one. It just has a little message that says, go to the Tears and Smiles one. What day of the week are we? We're Wednesday, right? March, Thursday. We still need to do those videos for each individual song.
Oh, they're talking about it?
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know if you want to wait till next week, or you want to try to knock one out tomorrow, or maybe Wednesday or Friday or the weekend. I mean, there's no hurry, because I'm real happy with how all the other stuff is going. And I'm already behind on that other little documenting we were doing in the studio. I only got one of those out. I got the unboxing video out on YouTube, but I haven't chopped it up for IGTV, so I'm already kind of behind. So maybe I should just let myself catch up a little bit. I don't feel overwhelmed. And then you're not having to buy it off to either. Let me catch up. It'll give me less stress. If I know that there's even more than that waiting, there's more stuff in my head.
Yeah.
And then maybe when we finally do that, maybe we just knock them all out really quick in one night, you know. That way, it might be better that way anyway. That way, I'll get like kind of on a roll in terms of the excitement about talking about them, instead of like doing one and then waiting and then doing another. That way the excitement's there. It just goes from one to the other. That might be better. And I've been thinking about it in my head, and I thought, you know, when we do those, to maybe have, you know, behind the camera, the stuff to kind of talk about, to kind of remind myself. And I'm kind of questioning that now, where I'm thinking that maybe it'd be better not to do that, to just make it more of a conversation and let it just kind of roll off the top of my head. However, you're going to be there anyway, just like we are now. And, you know, you'll say, you know, you'll be there to remind me. It's like, didn't you say? It's like, oh yeah, and that too. You know, I remember you mentioning this. And then it's just more of a conversation, as opposed to me looking past the camera and looking at an outline and going, oh yeah, I need to make sure I mention that, because I think it might come off a little bit more sterile and not as free.
Yeah.
And I'll get more animated doing it that way too, because then it's going to be like a conversation. You know, it's like, okay, guys, you know, today I'm going to tell you why I chose it's one of those nights. Yes Love song is the first song on the debut album, and then just start talking about it. Just be myself, and then you ad-libbing, and then roll into the next one. You know, because I can chop them up.
Yeah. Exactly.
Your job is just to help me keep things moving and help me to remember things I've said about it that you've heard that we want to mention, and make it really lighthearted and move from one to the other. And I like the idea of doing that first one with the Cassidy picture behind me.
Yeah.
That's cool. That'd be cool. And not even mention it, just have it there. You know, where they're like, so that it's like, hey. Just kind of have it there in the background. And then on the other ones, you move out from behind that, do that somewhere else. That'd be cool. I think people are gonna like those videos. I think those would be cool. Because it's even interesting to me why we picked the songs that we did.
Yeah.
It's like, why those songs? Why that song?
Right. Well, I think I wasn't on my game last night.
When?
Whole night.
Oh.
Should have taken some video there.
Oh, I hadn't thought about that. How would we have done that?
Well, I think, you know, we could have, like,
just to show that we were there.
Filmed you walking in, kind of just caught a glimpse of the room. We could have recorded the song and used part of it. Have you said anything about going to see Frampton last night?
I didn't. So what we're talking about is last night, Tuesday night, Peter Frampton came to Fresno, and he sung at Table Mountain Casino. And so we went and checked it out last night. And so now Dana's saying that we might have missed an opportunity just to document that little adventure of ours. I didn't even think about it.
I didn't either.
Yeah, we're still trying to get used to this idea of bringing our cameras everywhere. It's kind of, yeah, you're right. That would have been kind of cool. I could have just started walking, and you could have kind of filmed me walking in there, and then and then film me walking. I don't know if they allow video in the casinos though, like that, in where the slots and stuff are happening. Do they allow?
I don't know if they do in there or not. Well, it kind of might have been cool to video when we were talking to that guy.
Yes.
You know, pieces of that.
We met a guy in line and we were talking about just music and singing and what I'm doing and Dane and assisting me, and it was a real cool conversation with this guy. Golly, that would have been cool.
Yeah. It never even dawned on me when we were there last night.
Yeah, that would have been a really cool little deal. Dang it.
Yeah.
That's all right.
We gotta put a post-it note on our foreheads or something. Turn your camera on.
Yeah, because
dummy.
we never know when there's going to be an opportunity. Even when we were sitting having dinner,
Yeah.
we were talking about in the future how we want to do cool stuff on the stage with the lightings and the performance stuff. We missed a lot of content last night. We blew it last night. And I didn't even realize we blew it until he mentioned it. Now I wish he wouldn't have mentioned it. Now all night I'm going to be tossing in my bed saying, oh man, we had all these cool opportunities to get some really good content that wasn't, faked or anything. It was just real stuff. Yeah, Peter Frampton was pretty good, as you know, or maybe you don't know, I covered his Show Me the Way song, so he sung that, and he did Baby I Love Your Way, and what's that other one called? Do You Feel Me, or what is that one?
You Feel Like I Do.
Do You Feel Like I Do,
Or
yeah.
You Feel Like We Do, I can't remember exactly, but, and then
he did that Soundgarden song.
right.
Did a
What
cover.
was the other one that he wrote on the beach?
That was Show Me the Way. Oh, Baby I Love Your Way.
Baby I Love Your Way, yeah.
Yeah, he told a story about how he was doing some bad types of stuff on the beach in the Bahamas, but it resulted in him writing Show Me the Way and Baby I Love Your Way on the same day, which was kind of funny. And that guy can play guitar, that's for sure.
Yeah.
It's pretty amazing. I was telling Danon too, I watched a documentary on him and found out that he was childhood buddies with David Bowie, and that I didn't know that, which I thought was kind of cool, and that there was a time period in Peter Frampton's life where things weren't going real well. And David Bowie says, well, what are you doing? You're too talented to be doing nothing. He said, why don't you come with me on my tour and play guitar? Because, Peter Frampton can play guitar. And I think that kind of got him back into the music thing, and look, now he's doing his own shows, which is kind of cool. It's kind of ironic, and David Bowie already passed away, I guess if you were to kind of measure their fame, David Bowie was much bigger, but he's not here anymore. Peter Frampton's, he's still going.
What did he say? He's touring with Steve Miller Band.
Yeah, that's right, huh? You did say that.
Yeah. And I learned something about Steve Miller. Gosh, it's been a while now, a year or two. But Steve Miller's godfather was Les Paul.
The guitar, Les Paul?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I didn't either. It was like, whoa.
Small world.
Yeah.
We'll grab a box, put in my leftover pizza, and then let's head over to Best Buy. So you can go ahead and shut those down, I guess. So we're out for now.